I'd like to welcome you to Take Two. Today we're going to talk about the Java Sumatra razor that originally came out by Global Shave Club. And this razor was based on the Gillette. It was a very famous razor, the Gillette Tech, I believe they call it. And it was popular from 1940s to 1980s, and evidently they put out millions of these particular razors. So let's take a closer look at it and see what we have here. It comes shipped in a package like this. I got this one from Amazon. I'll put the link down below. But let's take it out. This is the way it came packaged. Little plastic bag. And what you'll notice about this particular razor, and I'm going to focus in a little bit. The handle itself is gunmetal gray right here, and then the top is like a rose gold, so the color combination is really nice. One thing you'll notice when you turn it on the edge, how thin this area is here, and I put it together, I put it wrong. Hang on a minute. Let's adjust that. You have to be careful when you match the two plates. There we go. Okay, look how thin this here area is. Use my toothpick here, my Japanese toothpick. Why is it Japanese? Side note, take a look at the grooves in that. See the grooves in the toothpick on the end? I don't know how they do that, but anyway. This makes a nice pointer. This is very narrow in here. There is quite a bit of gap once you put the razor in for a closed comb. There's a gap between the edge of the blade and also the bottom plate here. So let's take it apart a little bit more. But before we do that, let's weigh it and measure it first and see what we got as far as measurement. So I'm going to put this down, and we're looking at about, I believe it's, put it right here. It's about 3 5/8. The whole length of the razor is about 3 5/8 long. It's about, the handle itself is roughly, 3 1/4, and then add another 1/8 inch on for the top. So we're looking at 3 5/8, somewhere in there. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 3 3/8. 3 3/8. So if we put it up to the edge, just about that, we're looking at about right here, which is 3 3/8 inches long. And now we're going to weigh it and see what we're doing on the weight end of it. If I can get this open. There we go. Let's tear it. We got it at 0. Good. We'll put this over here on it. And we're looking at 1.95 ounces. 1.95 ounces. So there you have it. It's a pretty light razor, but it feels comfortable in the hand. The knurling on the handle is nice. It doesn't slip. I've shaved with it before. And also the area right in here is really machined nicely. It's smooth. It doesn't cut the fingers. Up here, the same thing. So there's a couple razors that I reviewed before that they were unfinished in here, and you had to take a file and file it down yourself. But this is beautifully finished. Feels good in the hand. All right, let's take it apart and take a look. This 3-piece razor. Okay, now, when you take it apart, what you're going to notice is it only has one post. It doesn't have a post here or over here, but it does have these corners. Right there and over here, and one under my thumb. So when you take your razor blade, let's get a razor blade and we'll just pop it in there. You set it in there. The corners of the razor blade, if I don't cut myself, it should drop right in there. There we go. All right. You see this right here, how it fits in the corner. The blade fits right on these little protrusions from the top plate. Right there. All 4 corners. So that'll help lock it in. And then we have some notches on this. These notches, 1, 2, and then a couple more notches there on the bottom. And so that'll fit right on top of it, and it locks it in place. Just take your time, and there you are. You can see how it locks it in. All 4 corners are locked in. So now we'll take this, put it together. Before you really tighten it down, you want to make sure that the razor blade is sandwiched between the top plate over here and the bottom plate here and these corners, and then it won't move. There is a considerable amount of overhang here, and of course it looks like it's equal on both sides, but it's not. Let's lock her in and see what we got. We're going to check this here blade first. We'll tighten it down. And now let's go look at the overhang. And you can see if you're looking at it that there's more overhang on this side there is on this side. And I don't know why that is. I think it's because of the way this sits in the grooves here. It's just the design of the razor, and I would have thought they would have done a little bit better job as far as the alignment of those protrusions so that you get an equal amount of overhang on both sides. Just a little bit off, you can see that. This is a very, very aggressive razor, so if you're going to use a blade in it, I would suggest using something like this, the Wilkinson blade, which is the mild blade, and this is what you want to start with. Make sure you got a very slippery cream. Take your time when you shave with it, and I think you'll be fine. So that sums up the Java Sumatra razor, and take a look at it. You still can buy it from Amazon. I don't believe that Global Shave Club offers it anymore. Just check your price. It should be under $20, between $16 and $20. It's a nice little razor to have if you're looking for something different. You want to be careful. I wouldn't shave with this every day, but only shave with it if you have 2 or 3 days of growth. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below.